Kendrick Lamar just dropped 616 in LA, and it's over.
Cook as I pick the carcass apart.
Yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on act. Even he looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back. Ain't no brownie points with being in your chest. Harassing ant. Fucking with good people make good people go to bed. Conspiracies about cash, dog. That's not even the leak. Find the Jews like cash, dog. I just need you to think. Are you finally ready to play? Have you ever? Let's see. Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Fake bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Can't Tussy slide up out of this one, it's just gonna resurface. Every dog gotta have his day, now living your purpose. It was fun until you start to put money in the streets, then lost money cause they came back with no receipts. I'm sorry that I live a boring life, I love peace, but war ready if the world is ready to see you bleed. The Elohim KTW, know you can't sleep, these images trouble you. Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you. 100 niggas that you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty. And one of them is actually next to you, and 2 of them is practically tired of your lifestyle, just don't got the audacity to tell you. But let me tell you some game, cause I can see you, my little homie. You playing dirty with propaganda, hit blow up on you. You're playing nerdy with Zach Bia and Twitter bots, but your reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little means is losing steam, they figured you out. The first opinions is not convincing, y'all need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you. Before you figure that you're not alone, ask what Mike would do.
What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. All right, gang, what we're going to do right now is put our head down, have a moment of silence for this battle. It is officially over. Kendrick just dropped 616 in LA, and I don't know what to say to make you feel like this battle is going to continue. Now, let me just say this for the record. I try to be very politically correct, and even when I toe the line so perfectly, in this day and age, you can't say nothing that someone's not going to get offended about. I can say Drake did a good verse. It was a good. They come for me. I can give Drake props for his song. I gave him props. They came for me. I said Kendrick did. They came for me. So it's like at this point, I can't do nothing but be 100 with you guys, because no matter what, I am a real MC, and I'm gonna tell you when a real MC said some good shit or he didn't. Right? Some of y'all are so politically locked in on one side or the other. Any type of props in any kind of way to the opposition, you take it offensively and you want to attack the messenger. Drake said some good shit. Kendrick said some good shit. I cannot dick ride your person for you, bro. I can't disrespect somebody. And I got some videos coming because there's been a lot of disrespect from some really respectful people such as Cameron, Mace, and Gilly. Been a lot of disrespect from them guys towards Kendrick because they want that Drake interview or they getting paid to rock with Drake. But we're going to have that on another conversation. A lot of you guys are compromised. You will ride with an artist because you're getting money on that side of the table. We've seen it before. But that's another video. So Kendrick dropped 616. He tells you that Akademiks is compromised. Now, you see Akademiks right now. I'm just going to tell you this shit is over. But you see Akademiks. You saw him with the Henny bottle, and he's looking at the, like when he was listening to Euphoria for the first time. Akademiks got the Henny bottle. He's looking up like, oh my God, he really said, oh, 2 bad bitches, sexy red. He's pouring in Hennessy and he's opening the Red Bull with his mouth and he's going nuts. Thinking like, this is crazy. I can't believe that he's saying this about Drake. And then comes up an hour and a half later and tries to say Euphoria wasn't that good. We saw you, bruh. And this is what I'm talking about. When you got guys that have to lean one way or the other, like Cameron, like Gilly, like Mace, they got to lean like Akademiks. They can't tell you the truth, but I'm going to tell you the truth, right? I told you I try to be politically correct, but I can't do it this time. This is when a lyricist meets a rapper. This is when a real, true, spirited, spiritual, plugged in with the universe lyricist meets a rapper that's just really good at rapping. Drake was never going to beat this man. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's going to get worse. If he tries to go further, it's going to get worse. This is a awful defeat. If you're not paying attention, this is over. 616, which some people are saying is a Bible passage, but 616 in LA is lifting up the skirt, pulling it over his head and throwing him down. What is Drake going to say about this? He just told you, you got people in your team telling me stuff. You spent money to find out things about me that you didn't get no receipts for. You don't have nothing and you lost the money. And why do we believe this? Because they said it before. Pusha said the same thing. This is what I'm going to tell you, bro. I'm just going to try to be as kind and gentle to you niggas as I can, right? Drake should never try to battle these lyricists. Drake is 0-4 against lyricists. Drake real win was against Meek Mill, and who else? Let me know. And Meek Mill, God forbid, I'm here to tell you, Meek Mill ain't no lyricist. Now, this is what I'm going to explain Aubrey to you, and I have no problems with Aubrey. Aubrey is a kid that loves hip-hop. He loves it to the core, and he wants to be in it, and he wants to be looked at as a hip-hopper, but he wants to sing like an R&B star, and he wants to be a pop star, and that's okay. His fans don't understand that he's not built for this kind of shit. When he went up against Pusha, he had to fall back saying James J. Prince told him don't release it, right? When Common got at him, he ignored it. And I was the first, I'm going to change my stance. I said that he won because he ignored it. But looking at history, he ignored Common, he ignored Joe Budden. He went at Pusha and didn't retaliate when Pusha came with the knockout blow. And now he's going against Kendrick, and it's really bad. This is exposure at another level. There is nothing he's going to write, because as soon as he writes something about anything, they're going to say, ain't your team, don't they all hate you? You're paying 100 dudes and half of them don't even like you. And please tell me you don't believe that. Please tell me you do not believe that. Please tell me you do not believe that that Drake spent 100 to 500,000, whatever it is, because he did it before with Pusha. Let me just explain something to you. A lyricist, a rapper needs dirt, right? A rapper needs to get these salacious things. They need that. A lyricist don't need that. Because for one, I really believe that Kendrick has people that really want him to win. Because no matter the narrative they trying to push, and what he said in this song, he said, yo, fake narratives. What he's talking about is the narrative that you see every Drake fan copy and pasting. He hasn't said anything new. He's saying the same stuff, and they're copying and pasting that shit. It is the most political, goofy propaganda I've ever seen. The campaign of this is that they're telling each other Euphoria can't be good because he's saying things. He said a lot of stuff that nobody said, but I'm gonna stick with it. Euphoria can't be good because he's saying everything that everyone is already saying. It doesn't. First of all, is it true? Then he's able to be dissed on it. It's a battle. I bet you he didn't say nothing in this second record that everybody's saying. Right? It's contrived narratives. That's what they do in politics. They get a theme and they use that theme, right? All across the board. The entire party will use one theme. So the theme of Euphoria, which still hasn't won in any poll in America. There's not one poll that says Drake won. Let me just be honest with you. There's not one poll. You find a poll where any group of people over 20, 30, 40,000 people voted that Drake won. It don't exist. But for some reason, they want to make you believe that Euphoria is not a good record because he's saying things that other rappers have already said, as if that's a barometer, right? And he said a lot more than just stuff. Nobody said that he thinks he's a bad bitch when he's next to Sexy Red. Who said that already? Right? But let's just go there. This guy said your memes ain't working. They're not working. You know when Euphoria dropped and then Drake put the meme out of what was it? The clip from when she was saying I hate your face, da, da, da. And it was funny to Drake fans. It didn't go nowhere. It didn't go absolutely nowhere. Right? It made a little blurb. I saw it on my Twitter feed. I didn't even click it because I'm like, oh, he's trying to distract. These joints hit hard. He had the ball up. Whatever diss he had lined up, Drake got one in the chamber. Yeah, where is it? And at the end of the day, everything he had on that diss that he was supposed to blow up the world with, he had to rewrite it. See, this is what I do. I'm a lyricist. I listen to lyricists. I'm not looking for gotcha moments. I'm looking for lyrics that are deeper. Some people don't want deep lyrics, and that's okay. I'm not like that. And as you can see, most of the world is not like that because most of the world is siding with Kendrick. He said, I am the culture. A lot of people, now don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to hurt Drake fans' feelings. I'm just trying to tell you what's happening. A lot of people want Drake to win just because they like his music. Right? And there's nothing wrong with liking his music. They don't want him to win because he's a better rapper. They want him to win because they like him. And that's okay. But Drake was never a better rapper than ever. Never. Since Kendrick came on the scene, he was better than Drake. He's always been better than Drake. I don't know why this is being debated. And we all know that Drake put Kendrick on. We know that. We understand that. Kendrick would have blew up either way, but Drake put him on. And that's what I respect about Drake. Drake will put rappers on. Rappers that endanger him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like rappers that endanger his whole way of living. He will still put him on. Because he loves this hip-hop thing. He loves it, bro. And that's why I give him the props he gets. But there are just some artists that's stronger than other artists, bro. Lyrically, with that pen, some artists are not ever going to be as good as certain artists. Let's look back, and I'm doing this. Let's look back at Drake's career and Kendrick's career. Drake has been accused of stealing more styles and getting more verses written for him and having more ghostwriters than anyone in the history of hip-hop. Right? You've never heard of Kendrick ever having one rhyme written for him. I know you're going to say, oh, this thing just surfaced about N95. So what? In the middle of a battle, a random reference track, man. Listen, this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to pretend like this was ever close. And you got the right to not like Euphoria for whatever reason. It's okay. No one's telling you you had to like it. But going so far as to say it's trash, just say it's not for me, because it's not trash. It did one day. It outstreamed every single song, every single rap song of 2024. It did it in one day. And you're going to make a million excuses, but it did it in one day. I'm sorry to tell you, this dude is a freaking genius. Whether it's trash or not, it did it in one day. This battle was never going to ever end other than this. And it's still not over because Drake is going to respond. But what I'm kind of getting fatigued of, right? And it's the era we're living in. When Jay-Z lost to Nas, it took us a while, but we had to admit it. We still love Jay. He still made great records, but we had to admit Ether ended the battle. Jay rapped after that, and they threw subliminals for years after Ether. Right? Blueprint 2. Jay-Z says some shit. He is it Uchi Wally or da-da-da. Jay still was coming at him because Jay still felt the way. But Jay knew it was over. He lost. We had to admit it, bro. These Drake fans will not admit it. This thing will go on for years, and these dudes will never say that he lost. With this 616 record, this shit is over. You want me to tell you why it's over? Drake does not have the lyrical ability to beat this man. He just don't have it. He's a good rapper. This dude is a freaking genius. He's going to sit there and outthink him every time because Drake is a good rapper that needs other rappers to feed off. He even got a co-writer on the goddamn push-ups. I'm just being honest with you. I need you guys to understand what's going on. This is not a battle he can win. Because then, God forbid, you don't like the beat. You don't like the song. When this dude goes a cappella, it's going to get even worse. It's just going to get worse. He cannot beat this dude. There is no dimension where Drake wins this over this kid. It's just not going to happen. You're going to make it happen because you're his fan. But lyrically, this guy is too centered. He pretty much said, you're a fake bully. You're paying for dirt that don't exist because I don't have the dirt you think you got. And you know how I know you're paying? Because the people in your camp are telling me. I got people there telling me. Do you know that the restaurant that he mentioned in Toronto allegedly was where Drake got robbed? Their sales have gone up like 300% since he mentioned that he goes to that restaurant. Kendrick mentioned that he goes to the restaurant in Toronto. I got my feet up. Their sales went up crazy. They get mad good reviews. That's his city. They should be bombing. They should be boycotting that place. They're going in there more now. This guy is connected. The people love this dude. There is no chance. Sometimes it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. So right now, what we need to do as hip hop heads, right? And it's already happening. Listen, I'm just going to be honest with the overzealous Drake fans. It's over. You're going to try to spin. They already started. They already started. I already seen a couple people on Twitter. Some guy, this is the narrative they're really trying to say. When he said, you got 100 dudes that work for you and 20 of them hate you. You know what the dude said in the comments? He said, oh, he has 100 workers and some of them don't like him. Shocker. People hate their boss. Shocker. Dude, that's what you got from that? This is what I'm telling you. They're going to spin this, but this is over. He basically said, dude, I am inside your camp. I am hearing what's going on in there. You got a man right next to you telling me shit. And you don't even know it. He said, you're digging for dirt. You're losing money in the streets. You're floundering out here. It look crazy. I am a lyricist, bro, and I'm struggling with what to respond to this thing with. It's got to be chaos over at OVO right now. It's fucking chaos. Do you remember when Pusha said the thing about the baby, about Adidon? And it was chaos trying to figure out how he knew. And it came out that it was the dude right next to him, his man, told the girl something. And the girl put it back out to Pusha. See, this is what happens when people don't like you for real. When he said, respectfully, when he said the money can't unlame you, if people think you're lame, you're lame. They're going to do little stuff against you. It doesn't matter because you got a big bag of money. If they feel you're lame, then you're food. They're using you. Drake not one of the dudes that the money could dry up and all the love's still going to be there. It's not going to be like that. So what's happening is a lot of people behind the scenes really like Kendrick low-key. So they're feeding him information. I'm just telling you, he just told you, bro. You know how you know that is real? Why would he say you're paying money in the streets to people about information that ain't real? Why would you say that if it's not true? If it's not true, you look even worse. Drake has ammunition now. Drake can be like, show me who I paid. Give me the receipts of who I paid. Drake never said he didn't pay the last time when Pusha said it. So we know that's your MO. And this thing with Akademiks, right? And God bless him. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's getting his metrics up by being on the side of Drake. Right? But this is bad, bro. This bad. And he's trying to play the middle of the fence like, oh yeah, Drake has 8 days to respond. I mean, no response from Drake in 8 days. He's trying to act like I'm unbiased, but we know what it is. A lot of you dudes said Kendrick could have came better. Well, did he come better? You can't say he wasn't lyrical on this one. You can't. And I don't know where this is going to go for OVO as a team. Because if I'm Drake, I'm hella paranoid right now. I'm just going to be honest, bro. If I'm Drake, now maybe all of it's speculation. Maybe it's all bullshit. Maybe Kendrick made it all up. And maybe Drake's camp is fine. Right? But if I'm Drake, I'm not feeling fine. I'm like, I do got 100 niggas running around here, and I don't know these niggas like that. It's going to be some real restructuring around there, bro. I'm just going to be honest. And Drake got a lot of enemies, and everybody's like, oh, it's 20v1, da-da-da. But it's usually a reason for that. It's usually a reason. If the entire industry is forming against you, it's some kind of reason, low-key. I don't know if it's just because you're winning. Because there's a lot of people that win, and people don't want to take them out. So Kendrick said, you must be an awful human being, a terrible person, because your camp is hoping you lose. I'm just going to be honest with you, bro. I listened to this thing about 10 times. Easily. And I'm sitting there with my mouth open. I'm sitting there like, dog, this hurting me. And I'm not even Drake. This ain't it. You can't meme your way out of this. He's gonna do some memes and do the goofy stuff, but it's getting to the point he needs to stay off of Instagram until he drops whatever bomb he got coming. It's over, bro. Now, the only thing he could try to do is say it's all cap and then come with whatever stuff, but this is the problem. I need Drake to understand this is lyrical warfare. It ain't gossip warfare. It ain't gotcha moments. It's lyrical warfare. It is straight pen to pad. It's double entendres. It's straight up. It ain't, oh, I know who you had sex with. This not that. Kendrick not that kind of guy. You're not going to win like that. It ain't going to happen, bro. I want to give Drake some advice right now. First of all, my realest advice would be, but he can't do this. He can't just not respond. There is no response for this. I wouldn't respond if I'm him. I would let it cool off and just drop a regular song, move on. But he's not going to do that. So what I would say, if I'm in his camp, you know, they got trainers and they train the boxer, keep your left up, da-da-da. I'm going to say you gotta come back, right? It has to be, you got to actually attack him on the front of, we don't believe nothing you're saying. That's where it starts at. You have to discredit whatever he's saying. You got to make it like he's lying. It might not work, but that's the only thing you can do. Because if you can't attack these things and try to make it like they're not so bad or da-da-da. You got to make it like none of this is true. Then your fans could get behind that. But you can't come with some, you slept with Cash Doll. You can't come with none of that. Only people going to feed into that is your fans. Overall, if you come with who he slept with, who his wife slept with, none of that's going to work. It's going to make you look petty, and it's going to make it look like you cannot rap. Your fans are going to eat that salacious gossip stuff up because they're low vibrational. Their minds don't go that high sometimes. So they're going to love that kind of shit. Right? Now, I'm not talking about all the fans, but some of the younger fans, yeah, he slept with Cash Doll. They're going to love that, right? It's not going to work. In the lyricist, it's not going to work in the lyricist terms. You need more than that. Yeah, sprinkle that in, but you need a lot more. Where you're just bodying Kendrick's whole, you got to body his character. You got to body his persona. You got to body his money. Like everything. You got to make everything in question. And it's going to be pretty hard because you're not only going to be attacking him, you're going to be defending yourself at this point. So unless you really sit down, and I don't know if Drake has it in him because, like I say all the time, if you're sparring for years with a weaker opponent, which is you're not going against the highest level of rapper, when you got to get in that kind of fight, you're not going to be ready. You're not going to be ready. That's like sparring with Future and what's this other kid? Whoever, right? Lil Uzi Vert. These are your peers. You're sparring with them lyrically. That's not gonna work. This not that. So right now, and I'm gonna wrap this up. I got some other videos coming. I didn't even want this to be this long, but it is what it is. A lot of people came at me. My page was filled with people saying the battle's not over. This is what Euphoria. The battle's not over. You're a goofy. How dare you say this battle's over? Because I could see where it was going. He's thinking much deeper than Drake is. He's getting much more personal. And this is the thing. J. Cole either was a genius or a fool to get out of this thing. Maybe J. Cole foresaw that this man was going to come back like a fucking angel of death, administering all kind of fucking shit all across, and got out of it because now he's not getting hit with this shit, right? But the narrative he gave was that that's my friend, he's a great... No, this nigga doesn't care. Kendrick does not care about none of that shit. So you might as well have left the song up. You might as well not deleted it. And you might as well double down because this guy doesn't care. He doesn't care to be your friend. So that narrative was goofy, right? I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out of here. I have no problem with Drake, but somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. I love LeBron. LeBron and them just got, not swept, but they just lost again. Right? Do you think I'm up all night trying to make excuses of why LeBron lost? You think I'm up all night trying to defend LeBron? Or I'm just like, all right, it's over. The game is over. They lost. It's over. Move on. Or do you think I'm going to go 2 weeks telling people they didn't see what they saw? That LeBron was outmatched, his team was outmatched, and they lost. Drake is outmatched, his team is outmatched, and they lost. CLBMG.com. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip. Peace.
CLB.